All right, guys, welcome to the next episode of the Everyday Joe Show. I'm your host, the Travis Reed. You might have heard of me before. Probably not. Anyway, my guest this evening is one Johnny Lewis Lowry, the guest that would never show up. Two's the guest that never leaves. Johnny's the guest that never showed up. Not really. He's here. He had some Christmas stuff to do. We ain't going to give him no crap about that. How's it going, man?
All right, brother. And that's not really true. My wife wouldn't let me come.
Well,
Let's just get it right. Or her stuff is more important than mine, which is normal.
this is true, but, I mean, she needed to understand that we're entertaining the masses here. There's 100 people listening to this thing.
Hopefully she's not one. If she is, I wanted to do what she wanted to do. She told me so.
She texted me and told me that Johnny is staying here. He's wrapping presents.
Yeah.
Not
Because,
sure.
I'm so handy with that.
I'll see what you did in there.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Hey, I'm going to get a helper. Can you lend me a hand? Yeah, I've got one. I'll
right.
help you out.
Nubby Bubby.
Yeah. Hope you got duct tape.
That's wrong. I can't be laughing about your deformities. Bullshit. Yes, I can. Just did. So, dude, I've known you for like 30-some-odd years.
Yeah, I think I started off slobbering in class one day.
You did.
And you noticed it.
Backstory.
Nothing says friendship like you see a kid slobbering on a desk. You're like, you know what? I think he's okay. I'll be friends with him.
Well, you were kind of on my level there.
Yeah.
Yeah, backstory. Before I started hanging out with Johnny, he was sick one day in like first grade.
I think so.
And had his orange Tennessee little jacket on, and he didn't feel good, so he's laid his head down on the desk, and the teacher's like, "Honey, are you okay?" And he started talking, and the pool of slobber started bubbling when he started talking. I was like, "That's my guy. That is my guy right there."
I think I did the same thing in high school, somewhere around senior year.
Yeah,
I was sleeping and slobbering.
It was probably Saturday school.
Yeah, or night school,
Yeah, I forgot about night school. Totally forgot about that.
or alternative school. It was some kind of school besides regular school I was at.
Valedictorian of
Riverview Training Academy.
yeah, good job, sir. Yes, I got thinking the other day. I've known you 30 years.
At least.
Eli, 30-plus years. I've actually known Paul Shelton longer. Since I was 3.
How do you know anybody when you're 3?
Because he told me to, and I didn't question him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Paul. I'm not gonna question much he says. He'll kill me. So I guess tonight we'll talk about we're gonna talk about the reunion class of '96. When we don't know when it's going to be, but just kind of thinking about roundabout when. And I have some questions about this.
Yeah,
good
luck.
Yeah.
Me too.
Do you know what you're doing?
No.
Good. I don't.
Come
know.
on.
Yeah. Well, you're doing better than everybody else. I mean, we're not doing it. Our class president's not doing it.
Well, it never has. I mean, but it's 20 years, so I hadn't heard him say anything about it, and I put that thing on Facebook and I started that page. I'm thinking like June or July. That's maybe July. A lot of people are off for the 4th. Maybe they can come down and try to plan it now because I like to see as many people as possible. And I want to do something like maybe a Saturday where you can have time where come at the park with your kids during the day. So that way, those of you who don't have kids, you don't have to spend all night seeing people's picture of their damn kids on their phone. Like, oh, look at this. This is when he was 2. This is when he's 6. This is when he's 8. This is when he had buck teeth. He still got buck teeth. You don't have to go through all that. And you can see him and meet him. And then not be for adults.
Yeah.
We can hang out and have a good time. And, really just everybody get together. Because I remember everybody in our class was pretty cool and laid back. And even our 10-year reunion, nobody come in trying to be like, hey, look who I am. Look what I've done. I'm Dr. So-and-so. Or it seemed like half of us were car salesmen or some kind of salesman. So we're all full of shit.
Yes,
So
that's
you
true.
at least come out and laugh, have a good time. But yeah, we need to do something. Especially 20 years. 20 years?
20 years, dude. Y'all are so old, man.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, we went to school together in the same grade. And I was like, yeah, but I think me and Travis are like 3 years apart. Travis started early. I did first grade twice, And I'm 38. You're
30, I'm 37. I was turning 37 though.
all right. Well, I'm like 38 and a half.
Yeah, I'm the baby.
Hell yeah, you are.
They
They had facial hair before everybody else. I still don't have any.
I know. Well, it's growing in on
Well, if the light hits it just right.
Joe Dirtish like.
Oh yeah, I've got the patented spotches.
You
There's
do.
no
You
hair.
do. I love it. Well,
I'm 100% hereditary redneck.
you can't even help it, man. No, so me and Eli were talking about the other night. I don't care what you do. I might care what kind of car you drive because I'm a car guy. I did. That is a stipulation with me. But I don't care. Well, how much money you got, how much money you don't have. Just as long as you're there and doing well and have a good time. And I agree. The 10-year reunion, man, I didn't feel any pressure and animosity. It seemed like everybody pretty much got along. So I think it'd be a good time myself. But I had a question. Me and Eli did when we did the after hour show that I'll probably never release because we'll all go to jail. Okay, when we go, is it a hug? Is it a handshake? Is it a what do? We shake hands. We hug we hug people. What are we doing?
It depends on who it is.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I know there's some ladies or women I went to high school with. I probably shouldn't even go near. I should probably just wave at from a distance.
you probably need to stay home.
Yes, there's some you shouldn't probably even. And there's probably some guys out there that I probably need to kiss. And I probably need to give a little hug. You know,
probably
make up
do.
for some of the stuff I said. And that's the thing about this. We're recording it. Holy, could you imagine if anything had been recorded in the '90s? I wouldn't even show up in pictures because pictures were proof. But now we're putting on. I'm old enough now. I think I'm okay. But could you imagine somebody sit down and say, "Hey, I recorded this in '95 during, or '96 during Panama City. You want to listen to it?" I'm like, no court should ever listen to it.
No.
How about we just delete it now? But
If anybody recorded anything that you or I or Levon said in the '90s, or Eli or Bull, we wouldn't be here right now.
no.
No, we wouldn't.
Heck, if I go back in time, I'd probably kick my own ass and be like, "Why'd you say that?" You
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah, even if
I still do it. I did last week. I thought, why did I say that out loud? That was really. Did you hear that too?
oh my god, and I wasn't even drinking.
Yeah. Yeah. No excuse there.
No, see that's why you got to keep drinking.
But if reunion, I think it just depends on who it is, and there's people now, especially me working for the school system. I see parents, and I went to school with them. I'm like, oh, what, did I say or do anything in high school?
Yeah.
Because I messed with everybody, not in a mean way, just picking at people.
Yeah.
And some things I say offended people. I have no idea, and I see them, and then they're like, "That dude is working with my kid," and I'm like, "Hang on, I'm a little different, but." You don't remember. Some people are like, "No, you were great." I'm like, "Oh, thank goodness." You don't remember the bad stuff.
No, and that's the thing. Everybody kind of had a preconceived notion of how well, you hung up with so and so, so you must have been like
Right.
this. Not really. Johnny he wasn't as bad as some of them.
But a lot of times you see me out,
Yeah, well, we have to do after hours on that one.
Yeah,
I'm not really
yeah.
sure. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to it. And I've seen a bunch of people come in my store that don't have Facebook, and I've been telling them to make sure that get with me or get with you. Most of them. I got their phone number through the computer at the work. So
And I think last time I saw it, man, there was like 184 people in that group.
that's sweet.
If I remember, there was like 265 in our senior class. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was in our senior class or graduated, because I remember I was ranked like 232 out of the 265. So
I was 233.
were you? Probably so.
Yeah.
And I probably caused you to drop 30 spots for being at your house all the time.
What?
And that's one thing we always laugh about too is, I think, what was it, probably junior year? I showed up at Travis's house one night to spend a night. I just never left.
Never did.
Granny, I don't know if everybody knows Granny, but if you're around us, you know Granny. She just kind of took me in. I just stayed there pretty much to, I don't know, probably year 2000, from 95 to 2000.
At least
Until I moved to Murfreesboro.
you were the guest that would never leave.
Yeah. So be careful who you invite to spend the night at your house. They might not leave. It
He-
might cause you to skip school all the time.
Yeah, he did. 80 something days I think I missed.
Yeah.
Of course, then when I went to school, I'd take NyQuil before I went, so I'd sleep all day. That's because I was up all night drinking the night before. I think I drank more beer in high school than I did in the half a semester I went to college.
I was prepping for college. I was prepping for keep the grade point average and blood alcohol level about the same, somewhere around
I was-
1.6.
Prepping for college, but never went.
Yeah, it's overrated.
I-
Especially now, I'm going back at 38 years old.
Hey, well, at least you're going.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, you want me to do what? Why am I writing 5 pages? What's that ever going to do for me to write you a report? But it is what it is.
You're going back to school, and I'm in my garage, as my wife calls it, the garage, the house of dolls. I'm out here talking to you.
Action figures.
They are action figures. They're still in the box.
It's odd though. Yeah, they're
What?
called. Your defenses, they're action figures, but they've never been out of the box, so they've done no action. They're really just set and display figures.
Hey, Johnny.
I didn't say gay figures.
Get a tall glass and shut the hell up. How about that? Okay.
I'm just saying there's
they're
no
mine.
action.
They're
The
mine.
same thing is I keep looking for Joe.
Who's Joe?
The average Joe shit. Where's Joe?
Oh, he called in sick. That's why I'm
Oh.
here. Yeah.
I was thinking if I had one, I'd call it Little Johnny.
Little
So everybody
Johnny.
wants to know what happened to Little Johnny. Well, when he grew up, it didn't get no better.
No, trust me, it didn't.
Where little Johnny at?
I can't do that voice. My wife told me not to. So yeah, the reunion, man. I think it's gonna go over well. I think everybody's pretty receptive. 20 years, y'all guys are getting old, but it's definitely gonna be fun. Definitely, 10-year was awesome. I had
I thought it was great too.
I had a blast.
I mean, I think maybe 75, 100 people from the class showed up. There was a lot that didn't, and especially they gave me the mic and let me host it. So I want to do it again this year, and you'll at least laugh.
Mistake
Not
number
necessarily
one.
with me, maybe at me, but it will. I'm thinking about the Holiday Inn because there's really nowhere else,
Yeah, Holiday Inn be good, I think. Because
where else? We did the Officers Club was last time, but
yeah, it's kind of far.
yes.
Because we just
That's when you know you're 20 years. Like, how far is it from my house?
yeah.
Oh, the extra 3 miles. Ooh, I don't think I can drive that tonight.
Oh man, I'm kind of tired. I worked 3 days last week. Dang.
Yeah, Holiday Inn Conference. There's really no other place in Manchester, and you know, Interstate's right there, so you can get where you need to go. Or
And the hotel's right there because I'm gonna drink too much, and I can just waller to my room, which is good. Not that I live 2 miles away from it, but still.
that's sad too. Is I can't even drink. I have a choice. I can drink and maybe have too many, or I can nip crapping all day. So I choose to not have to use the bathroom constantly instead of drinking it. It's been hard. I fought for years. I would just do both.
Yeah.
I would drink a lot, then next day be on So you go from having a really good time to a really shitty time. Pun intended.
Yes. Hey-o!
But yeah. So now I have to all right. If I drink anything tonight, what am I doing for the next 2 days? I take it back. I know what I'm gonna do. What am I supposed to do the next 2 days?
What
Because
plans
it's not
do I
gonna
have
happen.
to cancel?
Yeah. Is it going to be sunny where my kids are like, Dad, come throw a football with me? You better open the bathroom window, let me sling it at you. 'Cause
Well, just
the ball.
Okay,
the ball. Yeah,
clear
the
that
ball.
up, man.
Yeah.
We'll just make you like a big window.
It's with this year, I was doing baseball, and I had surgery, and I was in a wheelchair. Like, there's pictures of me out on third base, coaching third base in a wheelchair. It's like, man, that's no place-
hardcore.
That's old and getting falling apart, And then on that, when you're in the wheelchair and you have to, you try to drink beer, and then you have to take a dump constantly.
That's when you
That's a whole nother level. Yeah,
cut a hole.
Cut a hole and put a bag
Let
in
her
it.
eat, man.
It was rough.
That's what I did. I mean, would have done. I never.
So
did.
either way, no drinking, or not the quantity I would like to do, or ever been able to do.
I will take up your slack, sir.
Good. Somebody needs to. Remember, I think didn't we drag a cooler in the 10-year?
Yeah.
You remember it was around back
Yeah,
behind.
Eli,
Was it Eli did that?
Yeah, because we're
Sounds
talking
like
about
Eli.
in the last episode.
Cheap ass. I hope you're listening, Eli. Cheap.
And he got caught and got in trouble.
Yeah.
They're like,
You
you
could-
can't bring that here. There was like 3 left.
Yeah.
So,
Could you imagine like if you brought him in the bag, but he drug a cooler around? I mean, that just. I can remember when we moved to Murfree, I think he was up there and we was drinking. The neighbor, I can't remember where he's from, but he was foreign. And he come down and was yelling because we were raising 3 kinds, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, a bunch of piss heads." And we're like, "Oh, what'd you say about us?" And then they explained to us, piss heads means a bunch of drunks. And we're like, "Oh, okay, we're cool with that.
thanks,
Never mind."
man.
We thought you still to our mama.
much respect, man.
Yeah.
Much love.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Thanks,
I don't think-
foreigner. I'll take the piss
I
head.
don't think I was there for that one.
Yeah. I think Jimmy Lovelace had threw pork and beans at his door for some reason.
Oh, yeah, I was there. Never mind.
Yeah. I can't remember what the reason was. Somehow pork and beans ends up on the church door.
Yep, I remember the pork and beans.
And that's
I
the
was
thing
there.
too. If the guy lived below us and somehow we dropped pork and beans on him, but the beans went upstairs around a balcony upstairs onto this door. He probably should get upset.
Gravity's a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's long nights though. I think gravity was backwards when you drank too much.
Yeah,
you know?
but we used to.
I fell upstairs before.
You have.
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
Yeah.
I think
And think about that.
you fell a lot, really.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
did.
remember we come home that one night. You got in my car and you just fell on the ground. Bring me a pillow. I'm sleeping in the yard.
Oh.
You can't sleep in the yard, dude.
Well, when you're laying, it's funny. Like when the world's spinning, if you lay on the this for everybody out there, and if you ever want to know, the world's if you lay on the flat ground, it don't spin as fast. I don't know if it's because the world's spinning, the Earth, so you're laying. I don't know. Either way, it works. But anyways, I thought you was talking about my 21st birthday when I fell under your car.
Oh no,
We were in somebody else's vehicle. I fell out and slid.
Yeah, no, that was.
This podcast is going down quick.
It's going.
It's
down.
going to no man's land.
Yeah, it is.
Let's talk about present day, where all I do is poop and play with my kids.
Dude, but you did go see midgets wrestle.
That was fantastic.
That was.
That was It was one of those things where I was like, oh, come on, I'm a grown man. Who wants to go see this? It was fantastic. I think I giggled like a schoolgirl just for no reason, just sitting there just giggling. I mean, it was fantastic to see these guys out there doing that.
I'm the wrestling fan of the bunch, and I think you had a better time than I did.
Well,
And I had a good time.
let's admit it. You throw a midget in, and
Dude, it was that and the convict with his belly escaping.
yeah, that was
Classic. That was
I mean, I think I would go to a knitting class or a book reading club if there was midgets there reading it, or short people. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we're not offended. We're equal opportunity people up
Yeah.
here. I love everybody. Everybody hates me. Not really. They love me.
I love some more, especially if you're short in stature and you can do things in a mini version. It's really funny. Except for kids.
that excludes
Kids,
me.
my kids aren't that funny. They're like a mini version of me, but it's not that funny all the time.
It is if you're like me watching them do that to you.
That's true.
It is hilarious
That's true.
to see you pay for your raisin, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're catching so much
Oh,
hell.
man.
It's awesome.
And the thing is, my first couple of kids were fine. They slept through the night. They're a great kid. I'm like, all right, great. And then I had the last one. If he'd been the first one, he'd been the only one because he's got issues. He is little Johnny.
He's little Johnny.
Look, this is going to sound terrible, but I was watching some history show this morning, and my wife, it said something about the Jewish people being cast out of Egypt, wherever, being slaves. He says, "What's a Jewish person?" And my wife says, "Well, it's a different religion." He goes, "What does that mean?" She goes, "Well, it means they don't believe in Jesus." He said, "They don't believe in Jesus. I want to kill all of them." I said, "Whoa, easy, little Hitler. What are you easy?" He said, "Well, they don't believe in Jesus." I'm like, "Well, dude, people believe different." I said, "Do you even know who your dad is?" Like, I am non-denominational. We should all love each other and respect each other first. And I'm like, this little Hitler. I mean, he's 7 years old, and then like within, I'm talking about 2 minutes, he looks over and he says something about my wife's in shorts. And he says, "Hey, your butt's hanging out." He said, "You better go home and stick my finger in your butt." I'm like, all right, you Hitler, sociopath, sexual deviant. Within 30 seconds, you're talking about poking people in the butt and killing people. What is wrong with you? And I was like, you know what? There's nothing. He's just who he is.
Maybe he's like Larry Flint reincarnated or something.
And the thing is, he's like, he just has zero filter. And he just does things. And then he looks at you like, I didn't mean to. I'm like, what do you didn't mean? I just told you not to do it. Just
did it anyway.
Don't put that in your mouth. Don't you hit your sister with that. Wham. I didn't mean to. I just told you. Anyways. But yeah, I'm paying for it. And especially my mom was like, "Oh, I love it." We're at Thanksgiving, and he's doing something just absolutely ignorant. And then especially she's laughing because the oldest boy, man, he's such a good. He's got a smart mouth, but man, he pretty much got all the good in me. He's really intelligent, got a big heart.
I thought you said good.
Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up. I test well. It's just when you hear me speak that I ruin all the intelligence part. But and he can dance. He dresses nice. He's good looking. I mean. And he's very mild mannered, and then the girl, she's
I've never heard
perfect.
a kid say a word.
She's quiet. She's just a really good kid, funny. And then, like I said, he's just a holy terror, it's unbelievable.
I love that kid.
Even his birth was different. Abby was hyperventilating. Doctors were coming in. They were having big emergency. The other ones, the doctor didn't even make it. They came out so fast. He came in the world. It's not our fault. We didn't quit parenting. Anybody that sees knows cases. We didn't quit parenting. He is who he is.
He was raising hell before he got out.
Yeah, and he gives the same. It's kind of like the same excuse my mom gives. Like my two sisters are fine, and I'm like as the middle kid, I parent him the same way I did the rest. He just had issues. It happens, People are wired different.
It does. You're paying for it, brother.
But
and it's funny to us.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
He spends more time looking in the mirror at his own muscles and tell himself how great he looks. I mean, he would have fit in with our class.
Damn.
Him and Levon would have spent more time taking pictures of each other and, comparing muscles. It would have been unbelievable.
Levon, I'm calling you out. How many selfies would you have taken in high school if you'd have had a cell phone?
Hang on. You got to give him a time. Are you talking about a day or a week? Because if he gets into like a month, I don't know if we can multiply that many.
Levon, I expect a rebuttal.
And then you got to break it down to body parts.
That's true.
Per day. Because I got in the arms, would have got, 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Below the belt, I don't know if there's enough memory in an iPhone
I know.
in a day to get all those pictures.
Levon, I expect an answer on Twitter or Facebook. Let me know. I want to know how many. Over under 50 a day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to define selfie. Is it ones he took of himself or ones he had somebody else
Just
take
take
of
of
him?
him.
If somebody else, I guess it's not a selfie. So
Right.
we'll give you parameters. That way it don't take you, 2 days to do the math.
I'd have taken like 6 or 7. No, I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't take any. Yeah.
No, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't get your picture.
Now.
You didn't get your senior pictures taken because you didn't want to put no, man, it's proof. Proof of what, Johnny? That you were in school?
That's funny. I look back at some of the rules I live by. And that one was, I dare you, go back. And if you hung out with our crew, find a picture I'm in. There's the ones I found are on Facebook because they're so rare. It's like seeing Bigfoot because I knew wherever I wasn't supposed to be. And I was probably doing something I wasn't supposed to be. So you didn't see me pictures. Somebody broke out a camera. I was like, I'm gone.
Holla. Well, there was one I took.
You want somebody to take the picture? I'll take it.
On the way down to Florida. I didn't take it because I was driving. Somebody else took it. But you still had your face covered up with a pillow. So we still couldn't see it. I was like, what the hell, man? Really? But
pictures are proof.
They are, and you did well.
Pictures are proof.
You did well staying out of them.
Yes, I did.
All right, Johnny. I know this answer, but Who's your favorite musician?
That's Prince.
That's Prince for all you guys.
That's actually how you pronounce the symbol. You know, I went by the symbol. It's like,
I didn't know.
and then you have to rub yourself. Don't matter what area, just in one that's inappropriate.
Oh, okay.
And do, that's actually what the symbol meant. I did some research on it. It's like a hieroglyphic.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Of course, Metallica comes in there too.
That's good.
But then Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles. But Prince, man, and of course, it's tough, you know, being a Prince fan, especially when you're young and you're a male. You know, because people automatically think, dude, you might have some issues. And I guess you did have some issues. But I looked at a guy that dressed like a chick, sounded like a chick, and did just, man, some really funky, and women loved it. That's one of the times I realized I don't have a clue about women. I am clueless. I have no clue. So I studied Prince. It's like, you know what? I guess if they feel like you're one of them, it's easier to sneak in. I don't know. But either way, he was bad and can play anything and do anything. Of course, now he's, wow. You can't hardly find his music. You know, I used to have the Prince Bible is what I called it.
Yeah.
You remember somebody stole it?
Oh, yeah.
And
In Nashville?
Yeah,
Yeah.
stole it. And you know they had to be like, what the?
Yeah, son of a
And, you know,
bitch.
I was driving a Jeep Wrangler with big 33s on it, and they steal it. And, you know, they're going, they steal it out of there, and they're going, oh, I bet there's some good CDs in there, some heavy, and it's like Prince. Really? All Prince? They're like, who? Is a
Prince
chick? Yeah, what chick is driving a Jeep with 33s? Yeah.
Prince bootlegs, Prince bootleg. What the hell is
yeah.
this shit? Yeah, me and I were talking about
And that's
the
what
other day.
really crushed me is, you know, not only the fact they stole my and if anybody out there is a Prince fan, you know how hard it is to find his albums. I had the Black Album from over in Europe, just stuff you can't find. And to know that they looked at that and probably was like, what the? And probably just threw it in a ditch. You know, it's not only they steal it, but they just threw it away. But and now it's even harder to get his music. But man, I still love the guy, but he's kind of out there, you know.
Yeah, Johnny actually talked me into going to concert with him in 2000. I still have the T-shirt, as a matter of fact. And I was like, okay, there'll be a lot of chicks there. That'll be cool. But that dude, he hit a lick on the guitar, and I'm like, all right, did Metallica just walk through the door? But no, it was Prince. And then he hit another lick on the guitar, and I'm like, okay, what was that? Was that, you know, some kind of like Yngwie Malmsteen or something? What's going on here? And it was unfreaking believable. And started playing the piano, played the drums, played everything. I'm like, played the bass. I'm like, what can this dude not do? It was a pretty impressive concert. I liked it. If he ever it comes in concert anywhere near you, you need to go.
I remember I was about 12 or 13 years old, and I had an older cousin. Her name was Kelly, and I go into her room, and she's got the Prince poster on her wall of him crawling out of the hot tub.
Yeah.
And it was, at first I'm like, hey, who's that chick? And I'm like, whoa.
Oh, that's a dude.
That's a dude.
He's got a picture.
Why is he crawling out of a bath? I mean, I just couldn't fathom, like, why would she put that on the wall? Why would she like the guy with the giant Jerry curl? It's ridiculous. And then this tells how long ago she had the record. And she goes, listen to this. And it was Darling Nikki. And just the dun, dun, dun. I was just entranced. And then the lyrics started. I was like, hang on. She was in a hotel lobby doing what?
Yeah. Can you rewind that?
Yeah. Well, pick up the needle and move that back over. You don't have no rewind. Yeah. And do that again. And just that song, that loop, and man, from then on, it was, you know, everything.
Regardless of the content of that song, that's actually a good song.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the bad thing. He won't sing any of his old songs.
Really?
I mean, you know the names of some of his songs.
Yeah.
Sexy, Hey.
Yeah.
Control. He won't sing him no more because, you know, he's a Jehovah's Witness and he won't. It's like, man.
I sing it
but
for him.
They're still out there, you know.
I'll sing it for him.
But it's they're on 319. Man,
Yeah,
I can go on
319,
for
man.
hours
That's
about
a
some of
good
his
one.
most obscure things. I think the only other person, Josh Moore, knows some of the stuff. But most people are like, once you start talking about it and you get it, you're like, all right, dude, back off. That's, you know, I know you said you're a Prince fan, but this is a little weird, you know.
Do you have high heels on right now, John?
Yeah, I wished, man. I do wear. If you get a chance, Kevin Smith, you know, the director, has a story about him going to do a documentary on Prince.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. It just tells like how out of touch. Like they say, you wake up like 3 o'clock in the morning and tell him to buy him a giraffe. He wants a giraffe. They're like, Prince, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Where do I get a giraffe? He don't care. He just goes back to bed and expects a giraffe in the morning.
Oh my God.
Man, I guess that's the way you live. But yeah, Prince, unreal, man. Just especially if everybody gets over and this is what you should do with your life. Get over the outward appearance. What you first perceive somebody to be. Because from what I saw on that poster, I was going to stay far away from that guy, man.
I don't know who that girl is.
Yeah, everybody, if you get past the visual in the front, everybody's got something to them that's unique and special. You know, Tooth. You know, Tooth was on here. I remember first meeting Tooth, just a goofy, floppy-headed kid.
Yep.
You know, you just pick at and give a hard time. He just rolled with the punches, man. And But then after a while, you get to know him. Just a great dude, man.
Yeah.
Hilarious, just a good fella.
Now he's one of us.
Yeah.
He's graduated. He'll be happy to hear that.
Graduated what?
To us.
Oh, don't give him that. Come on
No.
now.
All right. Sorry,
Yeah.
Tooth. I can edit this shit
Yeah,
out
you
later.
look, the group of us, he stuck around and he's got a lot of stuff. Just, you don't hear anybody say anything bad about him,
Yeah.
just a good dude. But that, when you first meet him, you're like, I'm just this
What
goofy
the
kid,
hell, man?
goofy kid. But, yeah, it's a great dude. He reminds me of, you watch Kenny Powers, Eastbound and Down. Oh, you got to watch
I know what
it.
he's talking about.
He's got a guy who comes as assistant that just is loyal to him, man. Loyal to him. When you first watching the show, you're like, that guy's just a pusher. Now you get more. He becomes a good part of the show because the dude just got, he's just hilarious and cool.
Loyal to a fault. That's Tooth. He's loyal to a fault for dang sure. See, I knew the Prince answer, and I knew some Prince songs back when I was a kid. The Purple Rings, I watched that movie just because of the Lake Minnetonka scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny too because I try really hard. I know you probably do to expose your kids to real music. Some of this crap today just kills me. And Michael Jackson, like I said, Ray Charles. I used to play Ray Charles for my kids anytime I gave them a bath in the morning, not before bed. Ray Charles, Johnny Cash, and try to expose them to that real stuff. But like Prince is hard because I play the audio. I don't even give them a whole lot of visual. And the first time they seen like a video print, they're like, and Michael Jackson the same way. I started off with Rockin' Robin and his old songs, and then I'm playing some new stuff. And, the baby boy's like, Dad, I thought you used to be black, and they don't understand the visual, but just trying to expose them to that stuff. Good '80s movie, Back to the Future. Thank goodness my kids like that. Just
Yeah, that's my daughter now. Of course, she's a humongous Star Wars freak. Took her to the movie Sunday. Hey, man, it's awesome. Golly.
Was it good?
Oh, dude, I can't say one bad word about it. For Christmas, she got the Beverly Hillbillies season 1 and 2.
Very
Digging
nice.
it, man. She loves it, asking me questions, this, and this. I'm like, oh my god, man, really? And then she got Bewitched, so she watched it today. She liked it, so I get her on the old school stuff.
The Andy Griffin Show.
Oh yeah.
Wonder Years. My kids started watching that. I'm like, thank goodness. Just stuff that because they forget. Sometimes they think like our childhood, like the stuff we without internet and stuff. Like what? And then you watch the Andy Griffin Show, like they had a fishing pole and rocks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why this kids forget about that stuff.
One phone line for the entire town.
And
Sarah.
And it's funny you're trying to expose your kids to, like my oldest boy loves Michael Jackson. The Steve. I mean the old R&B. He loves that stuff. And then my daughter, she's still not Bieber, but anything. She's a girl.
My daughter hates me.
But the baby boy, all the time I'd play music, he didn't really respond a whole lot. He didn't until Metallica, and I think I told you this. Man, it's unbelievable. It was that documentary they do with the guys wearing like the red mask and stuff. What is it called? But,
yep.
But anyway, the unknown man or unknown or whatever.
I got it inside. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
But I was playing, and I was like, "Come here, kid." And of course, the oldest boy, that's too, and my girl, that's too heavy for them. They're just they don't have zero aggression in their soul. But Casey's sitting there, and I see this look come over him as the music's playing, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Dad, what's that?" I says, "Metallica." And he goes, "Metallica." I like you could tell that's my music.
Yeah.
So now all the time he'll look at me, he'll give me fuel, give me fire, ha ha, just. And and I gotta tell the first time he met you, that my other two kids, first time I met Travis coming in with the goatee and stuff, and being a bigger guy, my oldest son didn't want to have anything to do with him. He just walked away, wouldn't have nothing to do with Travis. The baby boy, first time Travis comes over and sees him, he's barely walking. He walks up to Travis and he puts his arms out like for Travis to pick him up. I thought, well, that's great. He'll let Travis pick him up. The other ones were scared to death of him. As Travis bent over, he tried to headbutt him. I'm like, wow, that's a whole nother. He sees somebody else that he thinks might be, dominant. He's like, I thought he was like, hey, give me a hug. He's like, no, this is my house. I will headbutt you.
That's what I think. I think it was,
dude.
I think that's kind of like a 3-year-old's way to piss on me. Like
I guess so.
It's my house, Bubba. What are you gonna do now? I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, just shows you how different kids can be.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
he digs the goatee though.
Oh yeah. Well, he told my buddy Chris Hill, Chris is into knives and hunting, and he's just a man's man, survivor, and he's got this workshop where he's got all these knives and these grinder belts and deer pelts and dead animals everywhere. I mean, it looks like a slaughterhouse, and Kaysen loves it in there. And Kaysen's sitting there talking to him, and he says something about sharpening a knife, and Kaysen says, "Yeah, my dad really can't sharpen a knife that well. Boy, he sure can pick out a nice shirt." And I'm like, I think my son just completely question my manhood.
Yes.
You know? I'm
That is awesome.
Wow, my dad is a big wuss, but boy, he dresses nice. It's just unbelievable.
I pick up my kids' clothes too, dude. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They ask me, "Does this shirt go with these shoes?" Yes.
I get this all the time. I was trying to pick up some new glasses today. My wife's always, it looks like 1990s. Try to pick up a pair of shoes. It looks like the 1990s. I'm like, I have my shit going on in the 90s. I'm going to keep it on. I don't know what. And that's when you realize you get old. When somebody looks at your clothes and they put a year on it. Like, hey, that was a nice shirt. 97. You're like, yeah, I pimped it then too.
I pimp it now. Got to keep on keeping on.
I know now the man boobs make it look a little deformed when I wear the shirt, but it was cool back then.
When I do what I do, suck your gut anymore.
Yeah.
Just hoping nobody hit
Look,
you.
I'm going to wear this Baja and these parachute pants. You can kiss my rear end.
Dude,
you remember those freaking potato sacks with the
I
Hard
had
Rock
one.
Cafe on it?
I got too fat to wear it.
Yeah, I remember a couple. Itch your neck, man.
Oh, yeah.
You wore a turtleneck underneath it.
I didn't wear a turtle. Yeah, I did. Dude, I had hammer pants.
Come on, man. We all had. I remember wearing a Michael Jordan T-shirt with a turtleneck underneath it.
There's probably a picture in the annual about that one.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I had the Michael Jordan T-shirt and the Jordans.
Yeah, of course the tight roll pants.
Oh, yeah.
That picture I put on there. We're on that group, and got my freaking pants tight rolled, dress pants tight rolled with Jordans on.
You did. I know that's what killed me. I'm like, this is formal. But the first thing I saw was Johnny's rocking the J's. And I had to comment on it because I was proud of you.
Right.
Back then, I was kind of like, man, what's up? I wasn't there at that one, but I was kind of like, man, Johnny's got Jordan. Now I'm like, Johnny's got Jordans on. Yes, good job, sir.
I mean, I understand. I wanted to make sure everybody's seen the Jordans, but the tight roll above the wow.
Well,
man,
you
man.
just yeah, but I like to me.
But let's face it, nobody in that picture was just rocking out their style.
No, I mean you had what Nick was in there,
Nick,
Travis O'Kelly,
Bull, Levon, Scott Parsley. Yeah.
Randy Crossland.
Randy Crossland.
Randy Crossland.
That dude's disappeared. He's one I'm trying to find for the reunion. He's on Facebook, but he won't respond to anything.
He doesn't.
So,
I know. I did the same thing.
yeah. So I hope you listen to this, Randy. I'm coming for you.
That's right.
But he disappeared. I think he went in the Air Force or something, didn't he? I mean,
he's like in Germany or something.
Yeah. So he's serving his country, so it's not like,
Yeah, not like we can hold it against
I wish he'd quit defending our freedom and answer
Yeah.
me for just a few minutes.
Quit shooting people and talk to us.
But the main gig, Travis O'Kelly, we're trying to make sure we want to recreate that picture. And we got to make sure Bull does his hands
That'd be
like
awesome.
he had in the picture. But to recreate that, everybody does that now.
Dude,
and then me, you, and Levon can do our. I don't know if I can put the giant zits on my face to recreate that picture.
Figure it out somehow.
Yeah. I think didn't you have a mustache then? Wasn't that like 8th grade?
Yeah, probably.
I think I was married
I
sophomore
wasn't in
year.
the picture though.
No, the one that me, you, and Levon.
Oh yeah. Well, I think I'd shaved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd grown my first set of sideburns maybe. Because I did the 90210 thing forever.
I was trying that hard,
Yeah.
man. To get those sideburns in.
Wanted them.
Yeah. Well, that picture. I didn't have any facial hair.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
I think I was playing football.
That must have been 5th grade or something then.
Yeah. I was early.
Yeah, I
early
think it was our
bloomer.
sophomore year.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think I shaved it for some reason.
And the
Probably
bowl haircuts. Oh my God! Like I remember lifting up my hair so they could shave underneath it and let it fall.
Did you see the time I had mine completely bald underneath
yeah.
it? That was
The
terrible.
hat with the whipping out. Yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible.
And then you had the giant, Brillo pad afro. That.
Yeah, that was.
But I'm like you now. I'm letting mine grow out because I still got it.
That's Eli's making fun of
Eli.
he was cracking over my hair the last episode. Your hair is so beautiful. How much product do you use? Like, well, not a lot. How much product do you use? Eli says, none. It's like,
That's the thing. You take it for granted, But I started looking around. I kept keeping my hair short because, I don't feel like fixing it. And plus, I don't have the style to fix it. I'm just getting old. And I just, they got nobody to impress. My wife's not going to be impressed by anything I do. So a good haircut's not going to solve anything. So I just let it go. But then I started looking around. And I started realizing, holy crap, as you get older, especially, I've had, issues with my feet and stuff and not being able you start losing things. So the things you do still have, you need to hold on to. I was like, I got some hair. I'm going to let it grow. I don't care if it's a giant afro. I'm letting it grow because I still got it.
Yep, me and Bones the other day talking about bringing the mullet back.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I'd rock a mullet.
I have promises to keep. I always say if I got out of the car business, first thing I do is grow a mullet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm out. I hadn't done it yet, but I'm sure enough thinking about it.
You should.
But yeah, Eli, shaves it. And that's one thing, too, you forget. Man, he was Chubby Bubby. That was his nickname.
And now he's not.
I was Nubby Bubby. He was Chubby Bubby. Well, it's not fair. He got the change.
Yeah, you can't.
He dropped the chubby. I can't drop the nubby. Shit, I'm adding nubby.
Yeah.
I'm not to lose a foot and then have another nub. I'm just,
Right.
and I fought that for years not to be nicknamed Nubby, just to be Johnny. Everybody want to be Nubs or call me Lefty or something. So
And now.
and so I stuck with So I let Nubby Bubby go, and he was chubby, and then he got rid of Chubby,
I know.
and he's not as funny anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Nowhere near as funny.
Let's say I've known him.
Sorry.
we're 4 years old, and I've never weighed more than him until now.
I never thought there was a day like he called, "Hey, you want to go running?" Hell no, not with you.
What- who
Like
are-
I want a couple of days to train first so I can outrun Eli. If you had told me that in high school, I would have punched you in the mouth. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Who are we running from?
Yeah, yeah,
Why are we running?
yeah. What for fun?
Are we getting paid?
I can't run.
Is there beer or tacos or
Yeah.
pizza at the end?
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's not fair. We started calling him not so chubby Bubby.
Yeah.
Still,
Still,
which it's chubby
doesn't-
Bubby's long enough. Not so chubby Bubby. I want the weight to come back, Eli. It's ridiculous.
yeah, I can't say not so chubby Bubby if I have the more than 3 beers. It was no, it
He
hadn't been-
and this is the thing. He should gain weight and grow the halo. Let the hair grow around the sides and have the bald spot. That's hilarious.
It is.
He'd be way funnier.
Eli, I know you'll be listening. Do it.
Halo. Just grow the hair around. Let the bald spot. Do the comb over even. Not like a good one like Trump. Just like a couple hairs over.
Oh, yeah.
And get back up to like 250, 280 where you're comfortably and happy.
Yeah,
and you
that
can't outrun me.
Yeah, that way you're bigger than me again. I don't have
Yeah.
a complex about it.
Right.
That's why I wear big clothes now. And keep my gut sucked in, and then my stomach hurts for 3 days because I have my gut sucked in.
But really, man, he's running marathons and stuff.
Dude, it's awesome. I ain't believing it.
I won't hardly run up to the marathon in my car to get something to drink and come back. And he'll actually run a marathon. So hats off, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
Fantastic.
All kidding aside, man. It's crazy.
But it's not as funny anymore. A little more respectful, not as funny. I'm going with funny. Don't worry about respectful. Hang on, that sums up my life, I think.
Let me carry the 2. It does.
Yeah.
It does. It sums it right up.
Yep.
All right, so we got not so chubby Bubby now. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But it is what it is. Congratulations, Eli. Good job.
Guess you have to change as you get older.
We're just jealous. We're just hating. Hate is gonna hate. All right, so Johnny, you're a football fan.
Oh yeah.
One fan of the Oakland Raiders. You like me. I'm a Cardinals fan, but I want to see the Titans do well because I live here, and I get to go to the games, and I get to sit in the suites with all you common folk. Got to sit out in the weather, and I get free food. Yeah, I'm just lucky.
You're a pansy.
Thank you, sir.
Real football fans sit out in the weather.
Now, real football fans sit their fat ass in a recliner, look at their fancy football stuff like me.
Yeah, and I had to explain to my kids, my boy, why you like the Raiders? They don't understand. They've always had the Titans.
True.
I'm a Titans fan because they're here. But man, I started a Raiders fan when I was young. Because back then, you had Lester Hayes, Howie Long. I mean, you had rebels. Then Bo Jackson come along. I mean, Marcus Allen. But you had a team of misfits, just mean, punch you in the mouth. Even if they didn't win, they were going to fight your ass the whole game.
Yep.
Of course, they're not that way. Haven't been that way in like 15, 20 years.
Yeah, maybe.
But they're still the Raiders to me. And I always think, Al Davis, he could be an asshole, but he was a maverick, went against the tide, always rebellious, and I've always been to that, against the status quo, do your own thing, Socrates, if you want the truth, question everything. That don't mean be defiant necessarily, but question where you stand, where other people stand, and the Raiders to me, epitomize that.
You just said Socrates.
I did. Socrates.
Socrates.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
That's right.
Hey, Socrates.
Socrates.
Yeah, I think I called him Socrates for several years before I realized, it's Socrates.
I couldn't remember if you liked the Raiders because of Bo Jackson because everybody was a Bo Jackson fan.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because of Tecmo Bowl, which I introduced Hope to on the Wii the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. But I couldn't remember. And it's always interesting to see, like I work with a guy who's a New England Patriots fan. He says he has been for years, but I don't know why.
Before Belichick and Brady.
Yeah, that's what he says.
I can handle that.
Yeah.
And sure, there's some kind. I don't know what the reason, but why you'd be a New England Patriots fan before then?
Yeah, no, their uniforms were atrocious.
Yeah.
That was terrible. Remember
Except for the head coach when they went to the Super Bowl. He
Parsons?
lives in Murfreesboro. I met him.
I can't remember his name. Well, I'm drawing blanks all kinds.
He was a tight end receiver. Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
I met the guy. But anyways, he was a coach, and I can understand if you liked him back then when he was coaching. When they went to the Super Bowl and got absolutely crushed. But the Raiders, they're mystique. Of course, Bo Jackson made it better, but they're just their mystique. Most people don't remember Lester Hayes, but he was a cornerback. Jerry Curl, he put that stickum he had all over him. And my stepdad the Raiders, and he showed me a clip of Lester Hayes. He had his head stickum, had grass all over him. He had this, and that too. Didn't necessarily play by the rule, playing the fringe of the rules.
Yes.
Then Al Davis, and of course, like I said, Bo Jackson come along, but just the name the black and silver. Not any fancy powder puff. Blue with a star on your helmet crap. It was just a hardcore, punch in the mouth team.
Yeah, it was. I've been a Raiders fan, but I like Bo Jackson and like I said Howie Long. Lyle Alzado, that's my uncle's hero there.
Yeah, he was awesome.
That dude was nuts,
just
man.
A madman.
I gave him his rookie card for his birthday one year.
Really?
Because he started with the Broncos.
Yeah, I've got like 6 Todd Maranovich rookie cards.
This is true. I've seen them.
I still got them. I try to explain to my kids. They're like, "Who's that guy?" I'm like, "Don't say it. It hurts too bad. Don't talk about Todd Maranovich, but my soul will be crushed."
They're collectively they're worth like 6 cents.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know, man. It's okay.
Oh, it's so painful. I watch all the documentaries on him now and stuff, and man, he never ate a hamburger, never had a Coke. His dad trained him to be an NFL quarterback from a young age. And boy, you talk about a cautionary tale. The dude had it all, and then got to the NFL and did cocaine, got strung out on cocaine like hardcore drugs. It's like, dude, you should have gave him a cheeseburger, man.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
He is.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I remember his rookie year. He had a couple of times his rookie year where he was just, phenomenal. Just
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it was.
And dude, I was so stoked. And the thing is, he was the first quarterback I killed. And what I mean that is coming out of college, you knew he was going to be good. I jumped on his bandwagon and crushed him. And I've got a list. Jake starts with Vince Young. Did not like Vince Young. We drafted him. Like, come on, man. Vince Young, man. After his rookie season, dude's legit. I want to buy his jersey. Killed the dude's career. Killed it. Jake Locker, I'm a big Jake Locker fan. Got his jersey just a couple years ago. Next year, he's released. He's done.
You killed Schuler, didn't you?
I did kill Schuler, too.
You killed Schuler?
Schuler was probably Schuler. He was after Tom Maranovich, but
Yeah.
he might have been the second quarterback. There's a whole laundry list of quarterbacks I've killed. I'm trying not to like Marcus Mariota because I don't want to ruin a dude's career. And the thing is, Tim Tebow, I will take credit for crush. I did not, Tim. I will get out your righteousness and you're so shut up. I don't want to hear it. Can't stand Florida. Hated Florida.
Hate 'em.
If you're a Tennessee fan, you got to hate Florida.
That's what I'm talking about.
But after you see the way, like at least he stands for something.
Yeah, it's true.
And I can't remember. I think it was his senior year. I was like, I think they were against Alabama. I was like, I'm going for Tim, and he lost. And then I thought, you know what? But he's going to be good in the NFL.
And you killed him.
His rookie season, I thought he was like Doug Flutie, had that it factor. Just a winner. So I thought, I'm gonna give him a pass, and I'm gonna like Tim Tebow. He's out of the league.
You killed him. Quit liking me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get fired.
You can
tomorrow.
go places.
Yeah, get fired tomorrow.
So if you want somebody to hate on you, NFL quarterbacks, I crush them. Poor guys.
So you said, Tennessee fans, you hate Florida.
Oh yeah.
All right, me and Eli talked about this on the last show. I hate it. Me as a Tennessee fan. Okay, now Alabama's going to play Michigan State in the Cotton Bowl for the right to go into the national championship game. SEC fans Tennessee fans are pulling for Alabama because they're in the SEC.
No, not me.
Thank you, sir.
No,
Thank you, sir.
not me.
I don't give a damn who they play. I hope they lose.
Yeah.
I can't stand like Tullahoma football team. We're in high school. Couldn't stand. If Alabama plays Tullahoma, hey, go Wildcats. I can't stand Alabama. All right,
That'd be like a dude that stole your girlfriend years later. It's between him and another guy who your sister's going to date. Well, I know him, so maybe I should. No, I don't like the guy.
great analogy, sir.
Yeah, he beat me once. To hell with him.
That's what I'd say. If you beat my team, you're done. You're dead to me.
Yeah.
You are dead to me.
That'd be like I'm always on your side just because you're from Tennessee.
In like Johnny, in his defense, like he does not like Michigan.
No.
But when Charles Woodson became a Raider,
Oh yeah. Now I flip flop.
yeah, Charles Woodson's good. That boy good.
He was. You got him and Peyton. I remember when he won the Heisman over Peyton. I was like, "That's BS, man. That's BS."
Yeah.
And man, look at his career. He's had a great career. But now I flipped on Michigan.
Who? You flip?
I like the Wolverines now.
What?
Harbaugh, man, you can't bet against him. It's like betting against Chip Kelly. Wait, hang on, I was wrong on that one too.
Yeah.
But
Damn, you killed Chip Kelly too?
I thought Chip Kelly was going to be fantastic, and I didn't care much for him in college. But yeah, I thought he was going to. I'm an Eagles fan. Randall Cunningham.
Rockin' Randall. This man he's loved him some Randall Cunningham.
He's one of the most underrated quarterbacks of all time. People forget what he did for the Vikings once he quit running as much, because the coach he played for, New England, the Eagles, Buddy Ryan had him. Third down, just run him. He used him like a running back, and didn't even when he played for the Vikings. He had Randy Moss and Chris. People forget the numbers he put. He had some of the best seasons of all time passing for the Vikings.
And Jake Reed, who's Dale Carter's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this guy here, he let him Rocket Randall.
Oh man,
he likes some Eagles. One of his favorite players on the Eagles, Vasikahima.
Vasikahima, boy.
Oh
That's
yeah, right. Yeah.
Yep, I'm putting in the backfield. I know he's supposed to be a return man, but I'm putting Vasikahima in.
You remember what
People
was that?
have no clue what it.
No, there are people. What the hell are they talking about?
Yeah. Actually, I hope Dustin Murray's listening because he's the only one that might know who Vasikahima is.
He probably number 22, I think he was.
22.
And when he scored, he did the punch on the
yeah.
on the goalpost.
He was fantastic.
What was that one game we used to play on PlayStation? I remember if it was like Joe Montana football or something. I think it was Joe Montana when he played for the Chiefs. He had a game out, and if you were the Eagles and you had Vasikahima returning a kickoff, you could wait till the other team got to the end zone and you could still score because that dude Vasikahima on the game was that dang good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you had to wait. If you took off with him out instantly, you'd get tackled.
Yes.
You had to wait was the key. But, yeah, I think that guy was more of a legend in that game, whatever it was, than he was actually in the NFL.
Right.
But
Vasikahima.
Yeah.
I knew you remember that.
But the Eagles were fantastic. And those old games got my kids into Madden, and I thought, fantastic. You remember, we used to play Madden all night long for hours, had these tournaments. Thought, great, I'll get my boys into it. You know, I can't play it for hours no more. You know, a game lasts like an hour. I'm like, dude, I got to pee. I got to eat. I want to take a nap. Man.
Yeah, I'm tired.
But we'll still play some, but it's I showed them we was at GameStop or some place, whatever, and had the old cartridge Madden. And my son looked at me and said, Matt, what Madden is that? And I'm like, what do you mean? Is it 15 or 12? Or I'm like, it don't have it's a cartridge. You have to blow in it when it don't work. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, never mind. But I don't know what, but it was just Madden. You know, he couldn't understand the fact he didn't have a year beside it.
That means you're old.
Yeah.
I remember the first Madden I ever played was like for Super Nintendo. And if you had Green Bay, this is when Sterling Sharp played for him. You could kick off, like kick the ball really high, and Sterling Sharp was on the kickoff team. And he would catch the ball in the air before your guy did, for the kickoff team. The receiving team did. I was like, I used to beat my brother like 100.
Nobody compares to, was it Tecmo Bowl that had Bo Jackson? You just did the option with Bo Jackson, gone. Yeah. You just keep running around the field, making people fall. Remember Levon? He'd just do it for out.
Yes.
You know, most people, when you played that game, they would score a touchdown on you. They laugh. Maybe they run in one circle to the other end zone and back. Levon would do it for like 20 minutes.
As
like
long
it was
as
ridiculous.
Yes.
And just keep the longer he did it, the more he would laugh and the more you would get mad. I've never seen anybody do that in my life. Just keep like, dude, you're gonna score. What are you just,
God.
Never stop.
If anybody ever deserved to get hit in the mouth with a controller, it was Levon when he did that shit.
But I'm not blaming Levon because if you ever seen him play games with Galen, you know, his older brother.
Yeah, he learned
he deserved it. Yeah, he'd get beat to death. I seen him get pushed down a flight of stairs one time because he was beating his brother. So I guess, you know, he had a little built up, you know, anxiety over.
A little bit of aggression.
Yeah, maybe a little aggression.
Well, angry issues there, Levon.
Yeah.
Calm down, bro.
Well, he wasn't used to winning. If you did win, you got the hell beat out of him. So
that's something Eli were talking about. You know, y'all
it's like a fat kid never had cake. You know, you give him 5 years, he sees cake, don't get to eat cake, and he might go a little off the wall with it.
Y'all played John Elway's quarterback, and he used to know that he would tell you the wrong controls.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Not to mention, video games are made for people with two hands, all right? And I'm a little short on that category. So I was good on direction, but when you're, you know, just, you know, up and down, when they started adding this right R2, left 2 shit, I was having to hit shit with my knee and stuff. You know, I'm like, I want you to do the juke move. I can't do the juke move, all right? I have to do the knee jerk before I can do the juke move to hit the controller.
He wear that circle button out, though.
Yeah, man, the triangle, the circle, the square, I can wear them out. But anything on the left side, man, you knew I wasn't doing I think it was a stiff arm?
Yeah.
I don't even know what I did on the left side because I never used it. Run them, I think to run somebody over.
Yeah, the truck.
Just like in life, I was never running anybody over. I better do some juke or something shady or shifty to get out of the situation.
Throw the controller at him.
Yeah, something.
That was a Levon tactic there.
But yeah, the controllers got too advanced. My kids too, you know, they'll play a game and it'd be one of those L2 or L1 buttons. I'm like, hey, you figure it out. I don't know how to do that one, son. Well, how'd you play when you was a kid? PlayStation remote. It was a little different.
It was a little different.
The old ones.
Nintendo AB.
Yeah.
Up, down, left, right, left,
man,
right.
Man, you remember the first time when you got a PlayStation 2? That was just the deal, man. It was just the great. He's like, wow. And now, you play shit with your eyebrows. You know what I mean? You don't even have to,
I know.
stick some suction cups on your head and just think about what you want. It's
I
like
got that
little
PlayStation
advances.
2. I called you. I said, dude, I got the PlayStation 2. I got Madden. Got a memory card. Got 2 controllers. 12 hours straight, we played football on that game.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I got Gran Turismo, like 2 or 3, Bull came over. 17 hours. Of course, I know people played longer. But 17 hours, a case and a half of beer, 3 large pizzas, probably 4 packs of cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
We got some stuff done, though.
Oh, yeah. I remember getting in trouble for skipping school so much, and Mr. Duvall asked me, like, what do you do? Why do you? I'm like, I just sleep in. I'm lazy. What do you do all night? You doing drugs? I'm like, no, I'm playing PlayStation. Madden, man. What are you talking about? I'm like, no.
We've been doing none of that junk.
She couldn't fathom, like, what do you mean play video games all night? I hang out with my friends, play video games all night.
What would you do? And drink beer.
Yeah.
Because of Bradley.
Yeah, I think we had it down pat before you got there, but
Well, we did, but I got to blame somebody. We're not taking the blame on this Jazz.
no, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Not at all.
Yeah, I was just curious on the sports thing. You a big Tennessee fan, I know. You remember, you ain't listening to the show yet. Billy Ratliff recovered a fumble against Arkansas in 98. Tooth is friends with that guy.
Really?
Yeah. Tooth is. He brought him to my store. Dude's cool as a fan, man.
I've got I collect those football cards, never baseball cards, always football cards for a while. And I started off with Tennessee. My uncle gave me he got from the carnival where he worked, but he had his booth basketball shot. He had extra football cards, and he gave me the Tennessee Vols. Yeah. And you talking about it had like Corey Fleming, Andy Kelly. Andy Kelly was my man.
Andy Kelly, number 8.
Of course, I played for the Chargers and was orange number 8. And he was orange, wore number 8. So Andy Kelly was my dude. People forget that dude had a good career too. But
he was. He played for the Steelers.
But Andy Kelly, Corey Flint, those guys. I've got all those cards, and it's funny just to look back on me like, man, goodness gracious. One time that dude was the deal, you know. But that's some people talk about being Vols fans, and they have no idea about the history and stuff. It's like, come on.
Yeah, that bothers me really bad sometimes. Like, man, Reggie White, Willie Gault, Tony Robinson, those guys.
Johnny Majors.
Johnny Majors. Johnny freaking Majors. Yeah.
And I hate to say that because I remember a time I was hoping he wouldn't get out of the hospital because he was sick. I'm like, come on.
Please let Fulmer be the coach.
Yeah. And then you think about we all wanted Philip Fulmer gone.
Yeah.
But oh well, times change.
The times they are changing. All right, here at the Everyday Joe Show, we try to not tell too many stories on people that would get offended. Not that we really give a shit, but anyway, we do during a little break we just had. Johnny reminded me of a pretty good story that happened, courtesy of Bulls '93 Aerostar van.
There's so many. We need to space them out because we could do one great show with just the stories. The problem is, now I try to edit them a little bit, make them at least PG-13 or NC-17 or whatever. But man, there's stuff I look back on now. I'm like, what? How did we live through that? Same way I'm talking about my kids. My kids do stuff. I'm like, what in your mind made you think about some of the stuff I did? I'm like, oh, yeah. I was telling my mom a story. I was like, can you believe it? She's like, you remember this? And I was like, yeah, good call. So I'll tell that story where she hit me with it. You remember me waking up in the middle of the night and this? Oh, my goodness. And I will say most of the stories involve alcohol. So that's no excuse. but it was an instigator that helped the inhibition or whatever. But, man, in Bull – that van of his, we'd load up in that thing, and you never knew where you were going to end up or what was going to happen. But you knew the next day you'd have a story, or you come to school Monday and everybody's telling the story already. But this man, oh my goodness, I can't remember. Was you with us?
Oh yeah, I was there.
This is the same night we got the bicycle too, ain't it?
Yeah, it was the same night I got a bicycle.
Man, and they're all kind of a blur. We're in Bull's van, and we all loaded up, and it's late, and I think it's one of those points where it's so late we don't know what to do. Because we can't go to anybody's house. Well, my parents woke up like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to go to work. So we thought, we'll go out there, and they're probably already gone. So on the way out there, we hit something in the road. And we were like, what the heck was that? We get out, and it was a raccoon. It was a raccoon. Or was it possum?
It was a raccoon.
It was a raccoon. It was a furry, dying animal, okay? So we get out, and Levon's picked it up by the tail. And was it me and Levon or somebody else? We had to finish the thing off. It was the only thing to do was that the raccoon was hit. It was dying, okay?
It was dead. It had a separated shoulder.
Yeah.
And probably concussion and turf toe.
I did a CT scan. he wasn't going to make it. All right.
No, he was gone.
So we made sure with a couple of kung fu kicks. I should have left that part out. Anyways, we had to,
no, because Levon did the big jump roundhouse back kick like he was Bruce freaking Lee or something.
That's a medical thing. It's a medical procedure. I think they still do that.
I think they do too.
When you crash, they shock you a couple times. They're not going to make it. They do that same roundhouse kung fu to put you out of your misery.
Don't repeat it, listening.
So Levon did that. And so the raccoon's dead. So we're just going to throw it away. And I don't know what somebody says. No, take it with us. We'll eat it. Seemed funny at the time, right? Hey, yeah, we'll eat it. So I don't remember who. I think it was Galen. Galen's idea. We'll put it on. Galen was driving.
Yes.
So we throw the raccoon on top of the van. Now the van doors are open, and we're just riding down my road at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, riding down the road with the doors open, dead raccoon on top. We're hanging out, just acting like hoodlums. We get a couple miles down the road, and we see some bicycles laying out by the road. Some kids' bicycles. So Galen suggests, I'm putting it on Galen. Pretty sure it was.
It was Galen.
If not, we're doing it anyways. Galen says, hey, get that bicycle. Bull goes over and grabs the bicycle. And it's a kid's bicycle. And Bull's a pretty big fella. So his knees are hitting him in the chest. He's trying to ride this bicycle. And Galen's going real slow. And Galen says, here, just grab onto the van. So Bull reaches and grabs the driver's side door of the van right by Galen's head and holds on. And Galen starts going a little bit. And the pedals are too small. And Bull's feet are they're flying all over. He lets go. And at the same time, the handlebars are loose, so they flip down. And as the handlebars flip down, Bull's yelling, stop, stop. Galen grabs Bull's hand and stomps the gas. Now, I'm not sure how fast we got up to dragging Bull behind this little kid's bicycle with the handlebars flipped down and Bull's legs just sprawled out. Hearing Bull yell, let go, let go. But we almost killed Bull.
Yes,
I think a road turned to gravel, and we hit the gravel and dust started flying. I think we went about 30 or 40 feet before Galen thought he's probably going to die. I should let him go. And I've never seen Bull's fearless. I've never seen Bull scared like he was scared at night. Bull's always had deep, raspy voice, but that night it sounded like a 12-year-old girl had skinned her knee. I mean, he was stop, and it was funnier now than it was there, but pretty sure we were going to lose him. But it was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
So you got to sacrifice for comedy sometimes, but
you do.
Anyway, so we let him go, and Bull's furious because you seen death. If you ever seen anybody had a near-death experience, that's the look he had in his face. Especially, and Galen's laughing like an evil, demented, like
he enjoyed himself.
He was like a comic book villain the way he was giggling and just holding on to Bull. Like who would even think? Like I would have thought to speed up. To mess with Bull, but not grab his arm where he cannot let go.
And then stomp it.
I mean, that's evil genius. That's another level, man.
You're evil, Galen.
But, so anyways, then we didn't kill Bull. He lived. We get to my house, and they were serious about eating this raccoon.
Oh, yeah, they were.
So they take it down. We have this building. It's right by the woods. We live way out in the country on top of the holler.
It was a holler.
It was absolutely a holler. And we went through like the tree lines were. We had a little burn pit, and they skinned. I think I passed out. I did pass out. They skinned this raccoon.
Good idea.
And they're cooking. They marinate it in beer, and they start cooking it.
We threw some PGA on it.
Makes sense.
Matt Asher.
Yeah, I remember. Yep.
Skinned it. Field dressed it. Put it on a wire basket on top of the fire, and somebody, I think it was like Jason Skipper or somebody, had some salt and pepper packets from Burger King. So we put it on top of that while we're cooking. Well, they were cooking. I was just standing there drinking beer. I didn't have any.
Now, this is like some Lord of the Flies stuff. You know what I mean? Like who? And the worst part is, I pass out. What we miscalculated was my parents weren't gone yet. They were still there. When my mom when we got there, I guess my mom had been in the shower. So my poor mom wakes up in the middle of the night, takes a shower, gets out. As she gets out of the shower, she looks at the bed. She sees a fire with a bunch of guys in the woods. So she comes out and she tries to wake me up. And I guess I don't wake up, but she goes outside and she says she just looks and there's a bunch of people out there, cooking something. And she looks and somebody has taken the skull of the raccoon and stuck it on a stick right by her house. So she looks out the door and there's people, a bunch of guys in the woods with a fire. There's a raccoon head and she's yelling, "Hey, who is Johnny out there?" And this Bull like, "Oh, hey, Miss Lisa." She says, is that you, Bull? He says, yeah, it's just me. She says, Well, okay then. Said she was so scared that she just turned around and went back to her room and left and went to work. She never said anything to me about it. Like a couple of days later, she's like, well, you know, Johnny, what the hell were y'all doing? She's like, there's a dead animal's head on and like some of this I didn't remember a lot. You know, and then of course she said she almost ran over the bicycle that was left in her driveway.
Yeah, and for
there's a kid's bicycle and dead animals.
We took the bicycle back.
We did take we felt bad the next day.
We're not complete jerks.
Looking back on it now, we should have kept it because that bicycle was unsafe.
It was unsafe. That kid could have rode it and got hurt really bad.
Now, the chance of the kid holding on to a van and going 30 miles an hour on
slim to none.
That could have been the reason the bike gave way. Either way, I still think the bicycle was unsafe.
Yeah, a 200-pound teenager on a bicycle going 40 miles an hour probably why it gave way.
Yeah, but we did give it back. But
we did.
Yeah, that's one of those nights where you look back, like I said, I'm having to look my mom in the face and be like, look, we cooked a raccoon and ate it. She's like, what? Well, you cooked I don't know, stuff happens. And I remember my son doing something, I think it was Christmas, and I was around, I was like, what is going through his mind? She's like, you remember I woke up in the middle of the night and a bunch of people out in the woods burning, cooking a raccoon? I was like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, no,
never mind.
Well played, Annalisa.
Yeah.
Well played. And she has a point. That was pretty stupid, but it was funny at the time because I had I did try the raccoon, like a little bitty sample, like tiny, minuscule, and it tastes like chicken. But other people ate the hell out of that thing, and I was not one of them.
To me, that proves people in masses. When you get people in a huddle, there's just ignorance. Ignorance prevails.
It does.
I don't know what. All those guys I remember being there, on their own individually, I respect as being fairly intelligent, fairly decent human beings. You put us all together, a little alcohol, and we're eating roadkill for fun.
Yes. Hence why half of the people in there don't drink anymore.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Cooking a but it happened.
It happened. It was funny, especially funny to tell the story about Bull on the side of the van.
Man.
Galen had no remorse for that. He was letting her eat, man.
Like, even when I think about fear, I just reflect back to looking back and seeing Bull's leg. He's trying to make the pedals not hit his feet. They're sprawled out. The handlebars are down, and he's just screaming. I mean, that look in his face.
It was about as big as that Spider-Man back right there.
Oh, it was tiny.
Yeah, it was a small kid's bike. It wasn't a 10-speed by no.
Yeah, it probably had to have Granimals or Dora the Explorer or something on it. Even though she probably been around back then.
Dora wasn't born yet, man. You're right.
Well, she's been 5 for like 10 years, hasn't she?
True, but she doesn't age.
And plus, look at that haircut. She's never changed the haircut.
I know it's terrible. It's worse than Bart.
But yeah, that was one of those nights that you always, especially now with my kids getting older. Parts of me is like, God, please don't let them even do stupid stuff like that. But then you look back and it was pretty. It's one of those things. Like a lot of times, if you live through it, it's pretty damn funny.
It is.
It's pretty. So we got a lot of stuff that's pretty funny, man. Good. We got stories and there's too many nights we went to Nashville.
Oh God, yeah.
The bridge, jumping off the bridge, just stuff that I had to explain explain to Granny Gran why I had. Oh man, never mind. I'm not even good. That's a story for another day.
I'll do one quick story before we go. We came in one night, passed out. Johnny's laying in the bed. My grandma, she worked the same place his mom did, and so she got up, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and she came out downstairs to get a towel or something, and lights were on in my room. We're all passed out, and Johnny's laying there with one shoe on, and she said, Johnny, I said, what? Why you only got one shoe on? He said, well, only one foot was itching. She said. The logic behind it was, it sounded great, so I didn't think about it, and I just went on. Not thinking he was 1 foot probably was itching, and it was probably too drunk
right.
to oven off.
This shows alcohol. It's not always good because it does. Even with cooking, it puts your brain back to just the very basics. You're not doing, maybe it's not the mass. The masses of people are stupid too, but alcohol just puts your brain. You're basically shooting on. If you got 600, shooting on 2. So just basically like. That was the only. It's a good explanation, but it's very simple.
It was.
It's like a childlike explanation. I
can
remember only foot. It was itching bad too. But then the effort it would have took to put the shoe and sock back on wasn't worth it, or to take the other one off. So you just left there looking stupid.
The logic was perfect though.
Yeah.
She accepted it and was like, well, "That's fine." And she still tells
only 1 foot was itching.
She tells that story to this day.
And why do you have a sock and a whole shoe on the other foot? What is
Well, that's to get a better. You can scratch it.
That'd be like pulling your shirt over your head and leaving it half on because only one tip was itching. You know what I mean? It's like, you take your rest of it off, maybe put it back on. Finish the job, bud. Nope, you're too intoxicated to do anything.
Well, that's pretty much what it was. You were too intoxicated to do anything about it.
Man.
Yeah, so there'll be. We'll have to edit these stories down a little bit sometimes. Sorry, we threw you under the bus, Galen, Levon, Bull. But
Or we'll do some versions, that we just say, hey, look,
yeah,
don't listen to this if you get feelings hurt or you get offended easily, which
I'll have
there's
to
probably
do
not a lot of our friends that, of course, then you got the Facebook friends.
yeah.
The Facebook friends where you go by what you post. If you're friends with, they just.
That's one thing me and Eli did that when we did the after hour show last episode. One thing that makes us mad, if I'm friends with you on Facebook and I see you in public and I speak to you, freaking speak to me.
Oh, my God, if I give you a head nod, don't act like I just try to pick you up in front of your husband.
Yes, say hi.
I know you. Hey.
Yeah.
Come
hi.
on.
How are you doing? You recognize the kid. You know the kids' names because of Facebook, and that's what I love about Facebook.
I know what you ate for breakfast.
Yes.
You posted what you ate for breakfast. Now I got to act like you still got some of the Oreo cookies in your mouth that you ate for breakfast.
Yes.
I'm going to wave at you. You posted it. And it's funny how people can be so open and out there, on Facebook, and then in real life, they're just
I don't know you.
hey, some privacy here. Private. Quit posting all your crap I got to see.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that just drives me crazy. A girl came in and I changed the tail light in her car, and I said, hey, how you doing? Talking to her, and she was like looking at me like I was crazy. I'm like, I wanted to say, dude, I'm friends with you on Facebook, but I was like, no, I'm not even wasting my time.
And if you post once a week or once a month about how much you love your spouse, everybody knows you're cheating. All right? Everybody knows there's issues in your relationship if you're putting on Facebook how much you. It's the first. If you have a joint Facebook, or you have the Facebook where you're constantly telling the other one how much. Nobody's buying that. Nobody's buying it. And not only that, if you've been married for over 10 years and you're professing your love, something's wrong with your marriage. If you're not a little bit trapped and a little bit feel like you're going to commit, you're not in a real marriage. All right. If your marriage is that happy that you're Facebook posting about it after 10 years, you're doing something wrong with your marriage.
That's why my wife drinks wine.
Yeah.
She really loves me. She don't put it on Facebook. She just drinks.
A true marriage is loving each other enough not to kill each other.
Son.
Just love each other enough to not kill each other. That's real love.
That's even smarter than that Socrates thing you said earlier.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I mean, you get on up there, buddy.
Yeah. So if I post anything about loving my wife, there are some issues at home.
Something's done.
There's always issues, but like I said, just love them enough not to kill them.
If he puts that on Facebook, then he'll probably be sleeping in my garage.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, and it's cold in here.
I'm probably posting it from your garage because I'm already there.
Text me, hey, dude, can I borrow a charger?
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of the garage, it's getting a little cold in here. Any sponsors want to come on here, just donate me insulation and the labor. Be awesome. And we do take beer. Well, I do. Johnny takes Sprite. I'll take beer. So I guess we had to wrap this up. We've been a little longer than I thought.
Yeah, don't post this because I still want to stay with the no show.
Not too bad, dude. I got to put content on there.
Okay. All
Yeah, I'm 3 days late right now.
I'll skip on you next time.
Yeah. Johnny's going to no show bones me. That's what he texted me earlier. He's like, Johnny's taking my name. I'm the no show. Because remember when nobody showed?
Yeah.
Oh man, he bones us. He bones us. Yeah, he'll hear this and get a kick out of that
and
one.
now I can understand why he did. Because when you get older,
Dude, I do it all the time.
I'm so flaky. Because when it comes to doing things with responsibilities, right? But when it comes to things that are extracurricular, things I used to love to do, go out and go do this, I'm so flaky. Because I might be like, you know what? These pajama pants feel good. I'm not taking these off. Dude. So I'm not going out tonight. I'm not going to hang out with friends.
Tooth's 5 years younger than us, 6 years younger than us.
American Pickers all night long? I'm not leaving the house.
No. Tooth texts, I said, hey, man, you want to come by tonight? Yeah, man, I'll come by there. And I text him, hey, man, it'll be a few minutes. I got to run the store. He texts back, okay, dude. And then like 5 minutes later, man, I put my pajamas on. I'm just going to lay here. I'm like, dude, that's cool because I'm going to do the same thing. I wasn't even mad.
Yeah.
I was not
it was
even
just
mad.
me, but when the text says I'm on my way, it means I hadn't left the house yet.
Yeah.
I'm on my way means I'm working on being on my way.
Yeah, man, look, dog, I'm tired. But we always, kid bones about it, but I'm the exact same way now. I'm like, man, really? Do I really got to go over there? Man, come on, dude. It's 5 o'clock. It's dark.
It used to be I didn't want to work because I want to have fun. Now sometimes having fun's a lot of work.
It is, man. It makes me tired.
You got to find a babysitter. Then the kid's going to guilt trip you because you were gone. You smiled 3 times that night. Then you're tired the next day.
I'm out, dude. God, you're getting old.
Yeah.
I'm not as old. Never be as old as you.
Yeah, but when I do let loose, woo!
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to go out for like 6 months.
No, when we let loose, we go watch midget wrestling.
That was fantastic. That made me like, getting out of the house is not that bad.
No, there's midgets here.
Huh. I'm in blue jeans. I still almost comfortable.
We overdressed for the situation though.
Yes, we did.
And I had a T-shirt on.
I'm, I haven't aged as well as I like, but I still think I was one of the prettiest women there.
I took you home. I did take you home.
Yeah. I mean, I know my belly was smaller than the rest of them. It didn't hang over as much.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt, man. You had six pack compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
So. But well, that one guy's his was escaping his costume.
It took some work to get that. It's another level to get that kind of fupa, just belly flopping over. I mean, it was impressive because he had to sit down and pee. There's no way.
No,
had to sit down and pee.
There's just no way around that one.
No.
He was a squatter for sure.
Yeah. That's not where I wanted to go with this whole conversation.
No, but we went there, and you know what? It's making the cut, dude.
He was sitting to pee.
It's making the cut.
Or he was pissed over the ball in his belly. There's no way.
It wasn't happening, brother. It wasn't. I like that guy though.
He was great.
He was awesome. He was
great. He's got that kind of fupa hanging almost to his knees, and he's out there flipping and falling on his back. And I would have hit once and be like, "All right, done."
Yeah, I'm tapping.
Done.
He's not touching you. I don't care. I'm tapping anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna sign off here at good old Studio 11. I think my guest Johnny Lewis Lowry. Mike Lowry. Sorry, I got that.
See,
I can't.
The problem is, but sometimes I do that reference.
Yeah.
Because it was cool back then. Having last name Lowry was cool back then. I'd be like, Johnny Lowry. People just think there's something wrong with me. Like, did he stutter? Is he having an aneurysm? Why is he saying that?
There is something wrong with you, though.
That's why we need the reunion, and everybody needs to come so we can make these crappy 90 references, and everybody can remember. The other day, I put the Facebook post about Stuart Smiley.
Yes.
Daily affirmation.
Right, yeah.
And I've used that at school so many times. Like, I'm good enough. Doggone people, and people look at me like, "What do you?" And the thing is, it's not just the kids. I do it with teachers, and they're like, looking at me like, I forget they're 10 years younger than I am.
That's true.
And they look at me like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh man, the nun. Come on, the church lady.
Yeah.
Come on." Anyway, that's a whole nother show we can talk about. So we need to get together just so we don't feel like we're stuck in a time warp.
Right, I agree.
Because you remember we used to have people be stuck in the 70s.
Yes.
Like, what are you wearing?
Moondog.
Yeah. What kind
Hey,
of?
man.
Man, you're stuck in your year, man. You're stuck in whatever your genre. We need to get together and share that.
Dude, stuck in my year. Dude, I would go tomorrow and get lines shaved in the side of my head with a mullet.
They're making a comeback.
They are. I'm waiting until more people do it, and I'm going to do it again.
My son, I'll try to get him to do it for his tournament team.
In
Did you stop?
softball?
No.
Or, T-ball?
Softball. Yeah, no, and in baseball. Now they're doing the hair color, like the Boz. I mean, I had to make my kids watch a documentary on the Boz because I made a reference to, it's like the Boz. And my kids were like, what? The Boz? So we watched the whole ESPN thing on the Boz. And then they're like, oh, he was cool. I'm like,
I love that thing.
And the thing is, like, it's coming back. And I hope the 90s come back and they stay back.
Dude, 90s come back. I'm going to have a mullet, and I'll have lines on the side of my head. Guaranteed. And I'll Tyrone wear some denim.
Well, I'm just worried about, the gray streaks in the hair with the lines.
Well, if you're going to do a play and you're going to be an old man, Johnny, it's not the way to go.
Yep.
But to us, it was really funny. Because I wasn't in it, so I didn't give crap.
Right. But an old man with lines in his hair. I guess my days as an actor were probably numbered.
Well, yes. You're a hippo man, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
School play, 8th grade. I was supposed to be Seymour Cash, an old guy that was kind of hiring all the kids for stuff, whatever. And I decided to shave. I pretty much turned into Vanilla Ice.
The day before.
Yeah, so think about it. The day before the play, I converted myself 100% Vanilla Ice. Think I might even did the eyebrow shave, and I was supposed to be an old man in the play.
Oh, God, that was awesome.
Yeah. To say, I definitely am not a method actor. No doubt about that. Not a method actor.
No. There wasn't even a method to your madness either.
I was too legit to quit.
See,
Hey. See, kids don't know that either.
Don't know that I'm fixing to get mad and run through the wall here.
Yeah. All right. Let me go to bed. It's past my bedtime.
It's past his bedtime. It's past my bedtime. We went over just a little bit, trying to make these things shorter. It's not working too well. But appreciate Mr. Lowry. We'll have him on here again. We're going to do like a panel, like 4 or 5 of us from our age group, our era, if you will. And
there's no telling where that will go. Holy cow.
Hopefully not to jail. Statute of limitations got to be up by now, right?
Some of us might be unemployed afterwards, but
true. But see,
I've been fired before.
I was looking for a job and I found this one.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate it. From Studio 11, me and Johnny Lowry, we're out.
See?
He said see you.
See you.
See you. All right, appreciate it, guys.